So let me guess, you finally started setting boundaries and now you feel guilty, selfish, or like a terrible person. Well, don't worry, it's not because you're actually doing something wrong. It's because you were raised to believe that having boundaries equals betrayal. Hi, I'm Angela, and if you grew up as the black sheep of the family, you probably weren't allowed to have boundaries. But guess what? That ends today. So in this video, we're going to break down why black sheep struggle with guilt when setting boundaries, how toxic families manipulate you into feeling selfish for choosing yourself, how to set strong boundaries without the crushing guilt, and how to rewire your subconscious to feel safe with prioritizing your needs. So first things first, you're not actually doing anything wrong. You were just trained to feel guilty for putting yourself first. So it's kind of like if you said no as a kid, you were punished. If you had a different opinion, you were difficult. And if you prioritized your needs, you were considered selfish. So your brain started associating boundaries with guilt, rejection, or even danger. And that's why even now you might feel anxious when you say no. And like you have to over-explain every boundary, afraid that people will get mad and abandon you or even retaliate. But here's the truth. Setting boundaries isn't mean, it's necessary. Necessary for you. Dysfunctional families don't like boundaries because boundaries mean they lose control. So they manipulate you into dropping them with phrases like, wow, you've really changed. Translation, you're no longer letting me walk all over you. Or things like, after everything I've done for you. Translation, I expect unlimited access to you forever. You're being so selfish. Translation, you're finally prioritizing yourself and I don't like it. If someone gets angry about your boundaries, it means they benefited from you not having any. And guess what? That's not your problem anymore. So expect the guilt, then set the boundary anyway. New rule. Feeling guilty doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Guilt is just an old survival response. So you don't have to fix someone else's disappointment. You're not responsible for other people's feelings. So you can feel guilty and still hold your boundary. Guilt does fade, self-betrayal lasts forever. So rewire your subconscious to feel safe in setting boundaries. Even when you logically know that you should have boundaries, your body might still react with fear or guilt. And that's because your subconscious is still programmed to believe disappointing people equals danger. Saying no equals rejection, and boundaries mean losing love, because that's probably what happened. So hypnotherapy can help reprogram those beliefs at the root level so your brain finally understands boundaries don't make you unlovable, saying no doesn't mean you'll be abandoned, and you're allowed to put yourself first without guilt. Stop over-explaining yourself. If you grew up having to justify every decision, you probably feel you need to explain every single boundary. But here's the secret. You don't owe anyone an essay. Try this instead. Instead of, I can't come because I have work and I'm super exhausted and I really need to rest, just say, I won't be able to make it, but thanks for the invite. Make it simple. So instead of, don't feel comfortable talking about this because it makes me anxious and I don't want to upset anyone, just say, I'm not discussing this. Your boundary is enough. You don't have to justify it. So if this hits home, let me know in the comments, because we are done with boundary guilt. And if you're ready to reprogram your subconscious and feel fully confident in your boundaries, then let's talk. As I said before, hypnotherapy isn't magic, but it's the closest thing we've got. And subscribe for more real talk on healing, breaking cycles, and finally living for you. Thank you for watching.